All right, Ryan North. I'll admit, you fooled me. So I thought this comic book was going to go totally different than what it did. My name is Dorian. This is STM Comics. We continue our coverage of One World Under Doom, number 2. Now, our story always starts off, it seems like, with like a cell phone and the Laverian press release. The Laverian press release is not the important thing to read. It's a cell phone. It says reactions continue to roll in to the leaked World Health Organization analysis. I wonder who leaked it. Concluding that if all Doom proposed built hospitals come online as expected, the number of lives saved could be measured in the millions. Now that's results, not we're going to change the name from the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America. So now we switch to Arizona, where the Fantastic Four are stopping a bank heist. But they're like barely paying attention to the bank heist because they're talking amongst themselves about Doom and what they're going to do about this dude. Like, they've been doing this for so long, it's like muscle memory. So the robbers are shooting at Reed. It's made of rubber, and like, if you've been around long enough, you should know this. And Reed's not even acknowledging the bullets. He's just still talking to everybody else. So as his vehicle crashes off the bridge and now it's about to go into the water, the Thing and Reed, who's on top of the vehicle, are now falling. They don't even acknowledge the fall. Like, they're still talking to Sue and Johnny. Reed turns himself to a parachute. The Thing is about to fall in the water, but Sue catches him with one of her force fields. He catches the vehicle with one arm, and they finally acknowledge the actual robbers and goes, look, this bank heist ain't working out for you guys too well, so why don't you just give up and I don't gotta clobber you. So while they're waiting on the police, Valeria calls Sue and is like, hey, one of her future Foundation friends is kind of worried about Doom. Can't you take the teleporter to NYC and like talk to him? And Sue's like, yeah, just be back before dinner. And then Valeria's like, love you. Sue's like, love you more. And then they're like, we're going to have to figure out a way to get to Doom and then do what we do, fight him, embarrass him, and then make him give up his power. Because they've been doing this for a long time with Doom. So Valeria teleports to the Baxter building, but she's not there to visit her friend. No, she's there to visit her uncle. Her uncle, Victor Von Doom, the Sorcerer Supreme and the Supreme Ruler of the world. So Doom's like, it was really easy to get in here. Like, what's going on with that? And it was Valeria. You know, she changed the settings to the security protocols to allow Doom to walk in. Now, Doom has always been impressed with Valeria Richards. She is extremely smart, just like her father, even though Doom can't stand her father. Now, obviously, she has questions about what he's doing. And Doom, because he respects her and loves her so much, he wants to be forthcoming with her, so instead of just telling her what his plans are, he's going to use his Sorcerer Supreme powers to show her. Now, as they're bouncing around from different places, they're having a discussion about like governments and democracies and everything else, because Doom feels like he's running a democracy, but he assumed this power through a dictatorship. And what are dictators? They're fascists. But Doom doesn't want to be considered fascist. So Valeria, again, loves her Uncle Doom. And as much as she wants to just believe in what he's doing, you can't just tell me. You're going to have to prove it to me. And Doom's like, you ain't saying nothing but a word. He snaps his fingers, and now Valeria is back in Arizona. And Sue's like, oh, welcome home. Dinner's ready. How's a friend doing? So obviously Doom is meeting with the United Nations, and he's doing it secretly, so nobody really knows his location, but this is Reed Richards. Knows Doom like the back of his hand, and eventually figures out where exactly this secret meeting is taking place. And the Fantastic Four show up. How do you know? Because the thing's like, it's clobbering time. Now obviously he has Doombots as a security team. And Doom has no qualms putting an innocent person in a Doombot so that when you destroy the Doombot, you also kill the person. But these Doombots are good and empty, which is music to the Thing's ears as he smashes the hell out of this one. So as Doom is talking to the United Nations, He's pretty much letting them know that he's already got all these hospitals in place that's going to save millions. He's already been developing these schools, which Reed himself actually researched the schools, thinking that there might be some kind of underhanded trick or something. And Reed's like, no, these schools are just really well funded and really good public schools. So as the Fantastic Four are trying to make their way in, Doom also announces that there are no more borders. You don't need a passport anymore to travel around the world. Every place on Earth is open and free to travel into, which is pretty crazy because we know how he feels about Latveria and how he doesn't let nobody into Latveria unless he desperately wants to let you in. Like, Doom runs Latveria like Donald Trump wants to run America. So this was in like present time. Doom's pretty much walking up to Donald Trump like, look, you orange bastard, that wall you want to build to keep out the Mexicans, that's not happening. So as soon as he says that, the Fantastic Four finally make their way in, and they're ready to have a knockdown, drag out fight with Doom. But the wait staff, which are normal citizens, all of a sudden bust out these guns that Doom has given them. And Doom's like, all right, these are your choices, Fantastic Four. These are not people that are being mind controlled. No, these are true believers in Doom. They have weapons that they're going to use on you. If you forcefully take out these weapons out their hands, then these things are going to explode and these people are going to die. And before you say that I tricked them into doing this, they knew fully well how these guns operated before they took them, and they took them anyway. So what's it going to be, Fantastic Four? Oh, by the way, he's broadcasting this around the world. It's like his thing now, boy. Like, Doom is like a live streamer extraordinaire. So of course, the Fantastic Four stand down because what other options do they have? And then he's like, you know what? We're going to take this one step further. A failure of Reed Richards is never being able to help out his best friend, Benjamin J. Grimm. He has tried many times to reverse the effects of what he did. He's failed miserably every time. Now, I'm not going to lie, this is where Ryan North got me. Because I thought that because the way Doom and the Thing feel about each other, that Doom was about to just mess this dude up something like awful. But no, that's not the case. He uses his Sorcerer Supreme magic to turn the Thing back to a normal human. And the Thing is like, I don't have any powers anymore. Like, I don't have any power no more. So Doom's like, oh, looks like my job's done. Another check mark for Victor Von Doom. And now I'm about to leave. In transmission. Now, Doom is winning the world over. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of want Victor Von Doom to be the supreme ruler of the world, too. So one lady's like, yeah, you gotta be honest. Dude's getting results. Another lady's like, and he killed those Nazis. Another lady from a fascist country is like, do you realize that I can leave now? That was never going to be the case. Not in my lifetime. But now, I can go. And then they're talking to this cowboy dude. I'm like, oh, Lord, here we go. And he's like, yeah, everybody keeps telling me that this dude's a fascist and he's a bad guy and this and that. And all he's done is make the world better. And now he's about to do something about them vampires. Another immigrant worker is like, I don't know what you're talking about. I can stay. They're not going to kick me out. I'm all for Doom. Another guy who's kind of talking mess about Doom's like, yeah, I mean, he's letting all these people in and we don't have jobs anyway, but he did say the border open, so I'm moving to this place. And Captain Marvel's watching all this. She's like, Avengers, we're losing. Now, they still think that the world leaders are being mind controlled. So they're going to send in a magic team and one espionage expert, Black Widow, to go in and to find this out for themselves. His team will be led by the Scarlet Witch. So that Doom doesn't find out what they're doing, another team is going to attack Doom directly. Go straight to Latveria and take it right to him. So Captain Marvel's like, look, Doom is just not our problem. He's every person's problem. So to pull off these missions, they're going to have to rely on people they never thought in a million years that they would have to rely on. And on the last page, we see none but bad guys. We got MODOK, Doc Ock, Arcade, good to see him around, the Goblin Queen, Madeline Pryor, I was wondering what she was getting into after Coca-Cola, Mysterio, and Baron Mordo. So MODOK's like, hey Tony, welcome to the Masters of Evil.